Everybody, Jason McKee, Tony Merle, back for Buck Bomb Live. This week we've got with elk seasons and some moose seasons and stuff opening up here. Basically this month, I think some of them open up at the end of the month, so we're going to go over the synthetics for some of the big game that we have out new for this year. Tony, you want to kick it off?
Yeah, so it's kind of crazy to think that we're actually in a month that hunting seasons are starting to crank open.
Antelope's open.
Those western hunters, I mean, they're not just dreaming about it like people on the east part of the country. They're actually getting out there scouting and starting to do their processes of figuring out actually where they're going to hunt, doing some spotting with their scopes and their binoculars. So it's time to get going. So since that's going on, we figured now would be a great time to start talking about the big game scents that we have going here. And if you've been following our Facebook Lives here the last few weeks, you've seen that we've got these 4-ounce urines in the Buck Bomb side now. In particular, last week we mentioned some synthetics that we have. And on the synthetic lines, we've got 3 what we call them big game versions. So we've got Unbearable, Moose Mania, and Elk Frenzy. Now to take you through each one of those, on the left here we've got the Unbearable, and what that is, it's kind of a funny name, but what it is, it's a bear scent, synthetic bear scent. So any of these, you can use them in states that don't allow you to use natural urines, or in Canada as well. It's a natural scent. It incorporates some sweet smells.
Yeah, as you can see, we even put the donut.
Yep.
Again, our icon system that will help you know which product you need in the store.
Right. It's got a sweet smell in there to kind of attract their sweet tooth there. It's also got some bear pheromones in there as well. But like you said, it's got the icon system just like each one of our Buck Bomb scents does. So it's going to tell you exactly how do what application to use that scent, what time of year, to kind of take some of that guesswork out of it for you.
All right, so I know in Maine, where I killed my moose, it's basically bear season runs right into moose season. I actually shot my moose on my 35th birthday in Maine. So you would go from straight from bear season right into moose season, and so we also have obviously the moose mania. That's basically a bull. Essentially, it's mimicking a bull in rut. So once again, synthetic. So regardless of what state you're in, shouldn't have any problems with that. Canada shouldn't have any problems with it in Canada.
That's a big one for each one of these, because when you're talking about moose hunting, bear hunting, and elk hunting, those tend to be, maybe not quite so much elk, but moose and bear. Canada, you can't use natural urines at all, so these lend themselves perfectly to that. So moving on through, the third big game one we wanted to quickly talk about today is the Elk Frenzy. So as we mentioned, some elk seasons are opening up here end of this month. So the Elk Frenzy is one that you're going to want to be thinking about if you're in one of those states. So essentially similar to the Moose Mania, it's a bull elk scent. It's a elk and rut, and I mean, of course, they've all got these nice caps on them where they simply unscrew. You drip them out. This bottle right here is empty. We didn't want to make any messes while we're on camera here, but simply unscrew it. You drop out however much you need. You can unscrew just a little bit if you want to control the flow, and then you tighten it back down. It's really a no mess system here. So that's one of the things that I really like about it, is you can really control the amount that comes out at a time. But with the Elk Frenzy and all the way through here, you can see with the system, it says it's a pre-rut prime time as well as wallow. So these are really versatile scents that you can use really throughout the season. And if you're not even hunting necessarily rutting activity, but just a wallow or a watering hole, you can use these scents as well.
All right, so that was nice and easy.
Yeah, I mean,
no questions yet. So I mean,
well, they usually flood. I usually see them start flooding in the next day once more people start to see them, and we can get active and commenting there and responding to everybody. But it'd be really cool to see some elk pictures get submitted to our contest that we're doing, the hit list, because I know there's some people out there with trail cam pics of elk that might just be holding back on us a little bit.
So on the 4-ounce side of things, Joe Niblett says buck domination has worked beautifully. Sent pictures to y'all. I absolutely love it. I'm sold on it.
Right.
So.
Yeah, when you talk about the attractant side, of course we also have the feed attractants in the bags. He was mentioning deer domination there, and that's one that I know people have been using throughout the summer in front of their trail cameras. We've kind of hit on those, you know, earlier on in the summer.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously in states where you can use baits or minerals, I mean, both the ground pound and deer domination, you know, I mean, they pretty well both got a good track record of putting deer, you know, in front of your trail cameras. I know we've got a buddy up in Iowa that, I mean, he's addicted to ground pound just because of how well it works for him, getting, you know, his hit list put together throughout the season, getting those bucks in front of his cameras. I know I went into Walmart, so if you're looking, you know, to freshen up a spot to get those trail cameras, try to take inventory of your bucks. I know I went into Walmart last week and they had a whole end cap of deer domination. So if you're looking for the feed attractions, I mean, Walmart's setting up now for the fall for hunting season. Here in Georgia, the season's going to open basically in a month, you know, middle of next month. So some of your retailers, 15th. I know, I think Cabela's has their fall classics opening into this month. So a lot of the retailers, you're going to start seeing a lot of the new products and stuff, you know, showing up. They're starting to set up their fall sets for.
And it's time to get out there and get first shot at the stuff on the shelves. You know, I hear a lot of times about guys going out the night before, the week before their season starts to get what they want, and what they were looking for is cleaned off the shelf because it's been in the stores for a couple months and everybody's been in there getting what they want. So don't wait till the last minute to find what you need. So if anybody has any questions about these scents in particular.
I have a question. Why are you in full camo?
I should probably do a little disclaimer there.
He's poaching.
I promise I'm not hunting out of season. We were actually doing a little bit of a photo shoot here, preparing for.
Tony's our model.
We've got some new products coming out that you'll find out more about. But we're doing a little bit of a photo shoot.
Get his good side.
Yeah, right here.
There you go. Get his good side.
The other side's not so good, but right here is good. There is no good side on this. It all breaks the camera.
You said it, Tony. All right, so obviously probably what most people want to know is who won the hit list this week.
Well, the hit list, this is week 2, and the way people are winning this time around is whichever photo that's submitted in the comments that gets the most likes, that's the photo that wins that week. So Mike Dornenball, you won this week's giveaway.
Mike had, I mean, there were a lot of good deer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that time of year. I mean, you're starting to see some real good deer showing up on trail cameras, and Mike had several good deer posted up.
Yeah.
Hey, so Joe Niblett, again, I've changed everything over that I used to buck bond this year. What's the best cover scent of all the products you have to work best for just a cover scent?
Probably either the doe pea or, I mean, again, in states where natural urines are legal, probably the doe pea, the straight doe pea, or the ambush, the all season. And so on the synthetic side, we have the all season now in the 4 ounce, which would make a good, I mean, it's essentially the same thing. I mean, it's an all season scent. No rut, you know, no dominant buck or you know, estrus smell to it, so you can pretty much use it any time of the season for a cover scent.
Right. And then again, you know, BioStrike and our Fresh Earth, you know, just sprays are amazing too for eliminating odors.
Sure. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to cover your scent out there, whether you're going to use an actual deer-related urine scent or just going the Fresh Earth option and doing it that way.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has their preference. I mean, you know, a lot of guys swear by, you know, no scent makes the most scent. So, I mean, but, you know, again, I mean, you're hunting a new area, you know, let's face it, we've all, especially early season, got out there and worked up a sweat, you know, and so your scent control may not work as well, you know, early season. So maybe you want to cover scent. Maybe you want to cover scent, you know, again, something that just smells like a doe has passed through, you know, in the near term. Maybe you just want that cover scent to stop that deer. You know, oh, well, here, you know, he smells some fresh air and he just stopped.
Sure.
He's not rutting, but look, deer live and die by their nose. So they're constantly checking their surroundings with their nose. I mean, again, not saying it's gonna work every time, but it might be just enough to set that deer at ease. That, hey, okay, another deer's come through here. You know, it's safe passing. You know, get their guard down for just that split second that you may need them, or like I said, stop them on their way through. So, yeah, definitely the all season or the doe pea are probably the 2 best all around cover scents out of what we offered.
Yep.
And Mike Dornenball, our winner, says thanks, fellas.
Awesome, man. Well,
hey, thanks for posting the pictures.
Yeah, reach out to us, send us a message, and let us know if you'd like the assortment of the 4 ounces or the aerosols. and we'll get those on out to you, as well as a buck bomb hat. And give us your address, and we'll be sure to get them out to you so you can use them this hunting season.
Yep. So congratulations, Mike. And again, we want to point out, because I've been noticing it, a lot of people are posting good pictures.
Yeah.
But if you're one of the people posting the pictures, immediately hit that share button to share it on your own newsfeed. That way, get your. I mean, look,
That's right.
Go out and recruit your friends, your family, your coworkers. You know, come. Hey, look, come vote for me.
Doesn't matter how big the deer is; it's how many likes
That's
the picture
right.
has.
It doesn't matter how big the deer is. It's all about who gets the most votes, the most likes. So
Yeah.
spread the word.
So that kind of wraps it up for this week. We'll hit you guys back up again, same time, same place.
Do you know what we're doing next week?
I didn't take a look at it today, but we'll
Pretty sure it's extras.
Is it extras?
I believe so.
So another comment on, from the same Joe Niblett. Now you have an earth scent. Have you ever thought of coming out with a cedar scent or pine?
We actually do have them in the wafers.
Good thinking.
In the scent wafers, we do have the earth and the pine.
Yeah. If you're familiar with the Fresh Earth scent wafers, you got the same exact thing in natural pine and natural cedar as well. So, we really have anything. Most cover scents you would need, depending on the area you're in and the type of terrain you have.
I'll tell you what, I will go out on a limb and say within the next month to month and a half, Tony's truck will smell like Fresh Earth.
I will promise you that, because I will have a Fresh Earth scent wafer hung from the ceiling of the interior of my truck. I love that smell. Come hunting season, that's my air freshener.
It's a great cover scent, and we offer laundry detergent in Fresh Earth, as well as sprays. So it's really amazing, and like you said, we have cedar and pine as well. So I guess that wraps it up. We got a lot of good questions, and I think you guys did a good job of answering them.
Cool. All right, well we'll kick off the hit list again tomorrow, week 3. So keep the trail camera photos coming in. Again, hit that share button as soon as you post your photo up. Get your friends, family, and everybody in there to start voting for you.
That's right. Cool. Well, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. We'll see you next week.